certifiably insane. I should have came back a little bit late from lunch and stopped for gas, because I either got to get gas now or I got to get gas in the morning on the way to work, and you never know what's going to happen in the morning, so I guess I'll go deal with it now. Sort of bit the bullet and emailed our travel agent / friends at Island Time Travel about their group cruise in November. Prices are decent. You know, it's still going to be like $2,200, including Wi-Fi and drinks for a balcony. You could do worse, but we are spoiled after Princess and the Princess Plus deal we got last time. It was $26.76 last time, but that included your gratuities and some desserts and all kinds of other stuff. But unless we want to fly to Fort Lauderdale to get on a Princess, we won't be happening anytime soon in Galveston, because Princess is unwisely moved the Regal to Fort Lauderdale. We got spoiled on our one trip on it, and then they take it away from us. It's funny, I'm here at the gas pumps at Sam's Club, and I guess people are conditioned to stay in line and be good, but they leave pumps open that are facing the other way. Yeah, that's good for people like me that have a tank on the right side, but spin around. Don't leave a pump sitting empty for no reason. When you got 2, 3, 4 people in each line, how stupid are you if you're just going to decide to stand in line? We're talking about going on that group cruise. Wife is a little nervous, not wanting to be tied to the group. I said, we have availability if we want to hang with the group. There's a few meet and greets if you want to, but you don't have to. We were spoiled by how serene it was on the Regal Princess, and she's worried that we're gonna step into a madhouse where we're gonna get dragged around by a big group. That's not gonna happen. But I think it's also kind of cool that Derek and his wife are content creators, and I'd get to see a little bit of that firsthand as I try to build up this fledgling little channel that hopefully you're watching right now, if you have nothing better to do. Finally got the shot I wanted earlier. I put my delicate, cute little camera on the pavement so I could get a shot of the top coming down on this blue little vehicle of mine. I'll insert that here. I think it looked pretty cool. It's a funny little club that I guess I joined by buying this car. It's middle-aged and a little bit older men driving cute little cars. If they're like me, they've always wanted it, and now they finally got it. And they usually wave because they're pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. So I get more waves from old men. I just got a wave from a Miata. It wasn't even a convertible, but odd little fraternity. I know I've mentioned it before that didn't have any travel booked, no cruises, no nothing. Taxes kind of screwed us this year. I thought everybody was going to get a big old refund. Not us, friend. But then I was doing my taxes yesterday and found about $800 on state taxes that we were not expecting. Normally we end up paying them $50 or $100, so that was a surprise. I went back and made it double check, make sure I wasn't going to get myself audited later. But hey, $800, that'll maybe cover our deposits, which are about $200 a piece, refundable, and got to buy trip insurance because you have to, if you're watching this, you're going on a cruise, you have to buy trip insurance. Otherwise, you could be ruined financially for the rest of your life by any little thing. So you're with somebody and they get hurt or have a heart attack or anything, you got to get helicopter lifted off that ship. You're talking $25,000 to $100,000. You either do it or they die. So I mean, you got to have this insurance. If your luggage gets lost, if anything happens, you got to have some coverage or you're going to be screwed, because the cruise companies, they do what they can for you, but they ain't handling everything, that's for sure. So, a couple of bucks back from taxes, that might get our deposits and our insurance and get us going, and then we'll just make payments every month on this thing. Scary, but at least I won't be so downtrodden not having anything to look forward to. Last year I was smiling all year, so let's try to do that again. But hey, possibility maybe of booking a cruise, and it's Thursday on the way home. Surprised we made it this far. That also means tomorrow will be Friday. Thank the good Lord. One more in the books. Let's try to finish it up in a good way tomorrow. It's kind of insane. I mean, it's February the 19th and it is 78 degrees right now. I'm seeing way too many motorcycles on the road. You would think it was spring already. Normally bikes would be dusty and covered up till past this time of year, so weather has no flipping idea what it wants to do. But I guess we'll take the blessing while we can, because Lord knows it'll probably get ugly again here soon. One of my favorite movies is Smokey and the Bandit. Just good old-fashioned fun. But they go on all that huge adventure, do all that crazy stuff for a semi-truck amount of money, $80,000, as he says. $80,000 back then and buy you a whole new semi-rig. I was at the dealership today and a decently loaded out Pathfinder was $62,000. You do a little bit to that, it turned into $80,000. My God, times have changed. Now, of course, the reason for going on a cruise is vacation. You want to rest, relax, get away. But me, I also want some beautiful footage. I looked back at my first video, which was probably the first thing I really put on this channel from my Regal Princess cruise November of 25. I was kind of impressed looking back at it. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and footage, the shot looks good. I didn't do any voiceover, any titles, anything fancy like that, but I shot so much footage, and I shot it all on my iPhone with the Blackmagic app, which lets you shoot up and down and actually capture horizontally. I just need to go back and flesh that out a little bit. Hopefully you'll find that on this channel, because that's the next thing I really want to work on. My wife texted earlier, and our youngest son has acquired a job at Chuck E. Cheese. I hope it's all he hopes for. Hopefully it doesn't ruin his memories of Chucky and the band and all the fun he had there when he was younger. She even said he will be perhaps wearing the mouse costume occasionally. I've been inside of a mascot's costume one time in middle school. They were shooting pictures for the yearbook, and I'm sure it was just because they needed somebody whose clothes were fat enough to fit around the mascot costume. So I was lucky enough. And then I worked with my partner when he was in in a mascot costume at a local baseball park, and dude, he sweat to death in that thing. He'd do 5-10 minutes and then come back and just be dying. So hopefully the boy enjoys himself. I always say it's funny, but it's not always funny. But when I had my stroke and I was home for several months, my friend Drew Carey and The Price is Right helped me get through. At the end of every episode, he says to mind your mental health, talk to somebody if you need to, if you're alone, whatever, do something about it, don't suffer. So, if you need to talk to somebody, if you're hurting, don't just let it go. There are people out there that will help. There are people that love you, whether you feel alone or not. So, I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Love y'all.